Hello friends, welcome you all. I'm Umesh Nath. Today I'm going to discuss on the topic service process. Before switching on towards the service process, I would like to take you at the 18th century. The industrial revolution took place in this 18th century. And the 18th century involved not only the change in the production but also in the financial structure, in the transportation and communication network. During this period, the two biggest service industries, service sectors, that is banking and railroad, took place. These two sectors along with the other sectors, they benefited a lot in the economy by increasing the large scale production. After the Second World War, there was a steady decline in the traditional manufacturing goods, and that replaced by the service-based enterprises. And during that time, the individuals, they start expending more portion from their income in the traveling, in the entertainment, in the communication services. And at the another side, there was a growing complexity of banking, investment, insurance and legal services that also helped in expanding the service sector at a large. We will come to the point, service process. Service process is the main important component of the extended piece of marketing mix, where the extended piece are process, people and physical evidence. Basically, the process means the system, the procedure or the method that is applied. Basically, the process is applied for the both sector. It is important for the industrial sector or manufacturing sector, and it is important for the service sector. Now we will see how the process is utilized for the good manufacturers. Now this is the company of good manufacturers, where they procure the raw materials and they preserve it in the inventory. They take that raw material for the production on the production dock, where the raw material is put on another side, and the finished products are out. And after packing, the finished products are delivered by the order or through the order at the destiny. So this is a process especially utilized in the factory, and only employees are involved. The customers are hardly involved. They hardly know this process. But if we will consider the service sector, in the service sector it is said the service sector, it is inseparable, where the manufacturing and the consumption are simultaneously performing the activities. If we will consider here the base, that is customer is the base. The customer is involved in this process, where the customer was not involved in the process of goods manufacturing company. But here in the service sector, the customers are involved, they are participated, so they are called as they act as a co-producer in this service sector. Now take an example. If I am the lecturer and I am delivering my lecture to the students, then simultaneously the creativity of the product and the consumption, the delivery and consumption of the product by the students. So the customers are involved. Now let us take an example. If suppose the dancer is performing. Then he's performing his act, he's creating his act, simultaneously he's delivering his act, and the consumption of this act is done by the customers. So it is inseparable. So the customer is involved, the customer is participated. So this service process is more important and involves the customers, and the customers act as a co-producer, especially in this service process. So service process refers to how the service is provided or delivered to the customer. Now we will see the delivering of service or designing of service or service design. Now the service design. Service design is nothing but the system which is delivered by a creative process. In this, whatever service, basically service is nothing but the process. Service itself, it is a process that is provided or delivered to the customer. So in service design, basically what happens, the service is first recorded, the service first noted, what service we have to do, what are the valuation we have to add in the service, so that the value of the service, it creates a very good competitive advantage for the company. A lot of the companies, they are involved in designing the flow charts. Now what is this flow chart? So flow chart, what is this flow chart? Flow chart is a chart that draws or lists the various contact points, and when the system and the customer come together at a point to develop or to create a value, that is known as chart flow or flow chart. In this flow chart, the employee or the organization, it notes all the important points. What is our subject? What is the process? How the delivery of the service is done? What are the contact points of the customers? How the employee face the customers? What is the output of that service? So considering that point in mind, the service process is designed. So this is a service design. Now we will see the blueprints of the service design. Now we will see service blueprint. Now this is the customer action. On stage or visible, employee action, backstage or invisible, employee action, and support action. Now we will discuss on this point. So we will discuss on the point service blueprint. Now this service blueprint is the chart of the service. It is studied by the organization. It is studied by the higher authorities. How to improve or how to expand the service business. Basically, in that chart, these things are noted: the customer action points, the on-stage or visible employee, where the customer, they may come in contact with these persons, or the backstage or invisible, which they are performing at the back, and the supportive systems or the actions or activities like the ambience, the environment and all, etc., which are supporting to enrich the service. So let's take an example. Now if suppose a customer, he comes to the international hotel or he visits the five-star hotel, he may come in his car and he may park his car at the doorstep of that hotel. Automatically the serving person from the hotel, he may come, he may open the door, then the customer may come down, then that person, he may carry the luggage up to the reception counter. Then the customer, he may offer the keys of his vehicle to another person of the hotel, and that person, he may carry the car and park in the parking space. So now this is the customer action. Now the employee of the hotels, they may welcome him. Then that is the on stage, which is visible, the employee action, how the employees are taking the action, how well they are performing. They are inviting the customer. So that customer, they may request the customer to take a place, to have a seat, and then the customer, he may again go at the reception. Again, this is the on stage and visible employee action. How the reception will act with that customer, how he may convince that customer about the regarding rooms and all, he may give the information. So that again person, the helper or the helping boy, he may carry the luggage up to the room, then the customer, he may board in that room. Next, that is the backstage. Whatever are the clothes, for example towels, napkins, or the availability of the soaps and all, or the paste which has been placed in the particular corner and all, this is done by the backstage performer, backstage employee. Now again, the best example for the backstage invisible, suppose that customer, he may go for the dinner or he may go for the lunch in that restaurant. The backstage, he may order what are the requirements, or he may order the dishes, and that dishes are prepared by the chefs, especially the chefs or the cook. He may cook the product or as per the requirements. Then he may serve, he may give that towards the waiter, and that waiter, that again, these are the supportive actions. That waiter, he may again go and he may serve it. How the way he may serve it, the supporting actions, what are the how the table, the cleanliness of the table, again the chairs, again the fan or the AC or the ambience, the light, the sound system, these are nothing but supportive actions. So these are whole noted in the blueprints, how the service is going to work. And for the improvement of the service, for the better improvement of the service, the certain values are added, so that the added values, they may help the customers or they may help the hotel to differentiate from the competitors. So this is nothing but the service process, service design and service blueprints. So friends, if you have any queries, please contact me and ask the questions. Thank you. Thank you so much.